Hi, I'm Les, and this is Comfortable Shoes Studio, another episode of Art Making. In this episode, this is a real-time video of me sketching some vehicles, and the lighting isn't great because I'm drawing in my car before work. So I am using a Pentel brush pen here with brown ink in it, as I have been recently. I'll be following that up with a Uniball Signo in bold for both vehicles that I'll be drawing today. And these are real-time drawings, so nothing sped up, nothing slowed down. This is just how I'm drawing today. So this is a chat while I draw episode, and what I do in these episodes is I come back and I do a voiceover of the video that where I've been drawing. So today I wanted to talk about expectations, stress, and the impact of stress and work-life balance. I'm going to talk about all the things, kind of. So every May, my workplace puts on a couple of big events. One big event is a giant fundraiser. The other big event is an art show that we put on for the kids. And the fundraiser is a large gala type thing, and it's not really my scene. A lot of my coworkers really enjoy it. Like I said, it's not really my scene, but it's a tremendous amount of work. And we put a lot of work into it, and it just really throws my schedule into a loop. There's always extra hours involved. There's always like extra stuff involved with it. And then a couple of weeks after that, we have a film screening and then the big art show. And the film screening and the art show are especially busy times for me. And it just means that the weeks leading up to that are incredibly busy. I'm doing a lot of extra work. And every year, every May, I tell myself, I'm going to get through this no problem. I'm going to be able to do all of my usual things, plus go for bike rides and keep my fitness in check. And every year, I fail. This year is no exception. So, like, I was really in a workflow with my videos and recording videos and drawing and working in my art journal. And then sort of April rolls along and it's things are super busy, and then May hits and it's like, damn, I don't have any time to do anything. And that is always every year is frustrating because it's like I plan to continue with my video upload schedule. I plan to do all these things. And last year, everything kind of fell to the wayside after I flubbed up in May. And this year, I'm determined to keep things going with this channel in terms of making art. So, I do have some time off scheduled, and during those time off sections, I am working to rebalance my health and wellness. So, if you are interested in my health and wellness, head over to my other channel, Less is More Healthy. You can learn more about my health and wellness journey. And that's really important to me now. And but so is art making, because art making is a good portion of my mental health and wellness. Keeping an art journal is huge for me in terms of staying mentally well, and it's a big part of my work-life balance. So one of the things that I do when I go out for my long bike trips is I take a sketchbook with me. I take my art journal with me, and I have yet to actually find a spot and a time to draw. Except that's not true. I did a loop around Salem, Massachusetts last weekend, and I did draw. I did shoot a video of it, but I was out of practice with the camera, and my sketchbook was not in frame the whole time. It was actually pretty out of frame most of the time. So the majority of the video is just sort of the bottom half of my sketchbook and my wrist. So that's quite unfortunate. But that was really nice to go out and go on this, long bike ride and then sit in a park and draw. So definitely looking forward to doing that some more. Um, as well as these sketches of vehicles and whatnot. Um, now that I've finished the 100 heads challenge, I'm looking at, making my drawings of vehicles better. And you might recognize this truck, this pickup, this Toyota, because I'm at the parking lot for work. I'm seeing the same vehicles over and over and over again. And so this Toyota is often parked in the lot where I park my car, and so I decided, after I was not as happy with the drawing that I did earlier this week, that I was going to draw it again. Normally, I try to draw different vehicles, but I was really not pleased with that last drawing. So in this case, I just drew it again, and it is a different angle, so it does feel a little different. Not every Toyota Tundra looks exactly the same, I guess, but this is the same one. And then I turn and I look at a different vehicle, this time a car. But anyway, so like getting back into the practice of drawing on a regular basis, it feels like I have not been doing this for months. And I know it's only been a few weeks since I sat down and drew regularly, but like I'm just feeling super rusty with finding lines and looking for shadows. And it's just I really need to make sure that next May, that no matter how stressed I am, no matter how busy I am, that I am making time for my own personal art practice. And that's so important to do this. And for me, it's one of those things that I look forward to. I look forward to drawing. Actually, I look forward to like strapping the camera on and recording it, as cheesy and ridiculous as that sounds. Um, and I think that is it's part of my routine, right? Now I'm out of my routines, and now I'm trying to get those routines back. I am someone who thrives under a routine. I really enjoy having routines. Routines are generally pretty important to me. They keep me in check, and they keep me feeling good. And not having my routine really did throw me off quite a bit. So I'm happy to be back into it. Again, and yeah, just sort of finding my way around the page loosely. Like I'm really focusing on being loose in these drawings, because that's what feels good. Like, yeah, I joke around about these being wonky looking vehicles, and they are. They're a little off. They're a little off kilter. They're not perfect, but they capture the moment. They capture, well, a series of moments, really, if you're thinking about it. Um, so I'm pretty happy with how these are turning out. I feel like I'm getting back into the groove. I've been doing this for a few days now, and I'm going to do it again today, because I will show up at work a little early again today. And from there, I am going to keep working at this, keep chipping away at that routine, and figuring out, how do I keep the routine in place even during busy, stressful times. Because so there's always something that has to give. If you are working a little extra, what does give? And sometimes it's the nature of the job, right? Is sometimes you get to say no to things, and sometimes there are things that you do for the job. And sometimes that's important to either you or the workplace. In my case, it was important that I worked a little extra, did a few extra hours over these last few weeks. And I feel okay about that. Like sometimes I don't feel good about doing extra work. But in this case, um, it's worth it, and it pays off in the end. Um, so yeah. Um, This is the other thing, is like, now that we're through with the show and everything, there are things that I will be saying no to, in honor of making sure that my life is balanced and that my work is balanced, so that I can continue to do this kind of work. Um, so yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That I'm striving towards work-life balance. I'm not always successful with work-life balance. I'm learning how to say no at appropriate times. I'm learning to use my personal calendar and schedule things into it so that, I feel like I can say no. Not that I actually have to have something on my calendar, nor do you, to say no to something for work. But it definitely makes me feel a little better about it when I do actually have something scheduled for myself. Um, so yeah, so anyway, that's the chat while I draw. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sticking with me, even though I took about a month off of the channel. And I really appreciate all of the likes and the comments. And all of you just viewing these videos is really important to me. And I appreciate you. So thanks. And I'll see you next time. Bye.